Hi there, friends. Welcome and thank you for joining us for another informative weekend edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Theodore Henry. Inside our pages today, we talk health, of course, and reinvigorating your artistic sense. Stick and stay for an engaging half hour. It all unfolds after this quick break.
Know your numbers and control the keys to a healthier heart. Know the numbers for your blood pressure, cholesterol level, blood glucose level, and your weight and body mass index. Find out the risks they represent and what you need to do to stay healthy. Talk to your doctor and start making healthy lifestyle choices to prevent a heart attack or stroke.
Ever heard the saying, food is the staff of life? Certainly, we can't survive without eating, can we? But it's not just important to eat. What we consume is vital. Watch this next feature to learn about those essential nutrients we need to get from foods to keep healthy.
Eating healthy by having a balanced diet consisting of items from all the food groups and consuming the right portions is important to get the nutrients vital for disease prevention, growth, and good health. Essential nutrients are building blocks for the cells that make up the body, from bone to muscle, skin, and hair. One of the most critical ones is protein, which is made up of different amino acids, some of which the body can make on its own. We need a variety of proteins to function properly, many of which can only come from the foods we eat. Meats, fish, and eggs are essential sources from animals, while plant sources include beans, nuts, and some grains. How much protein you need daily depends on a variety of factors, including how active you are and your age. Carbohydrates are the main nutrients for fueling the body's energy needs, especially our central nervous system and brain. They help protect against diseases, but some carbohydrates are healthier than others. Some healthy sources include your fresh produce, such as yam, banana, breadfruit, and tubers, as well as whole grains, fiber-rich vegetables, and fruits. Less healthy sources include refined grains and products with added sugar. Fats often get a bad rap, but it's important to know that healthy fats are essential to our body's function. Fats aid in vitamin and mineral absorption, blood clotting, building cells, and muscle movement. Fats are high in calories, which is a measure of energy from foods, but the World Health Organization recommends keeping daily calorie intake from fat at under 30%. Including healthy fats, which are the unsaturated fats in your diet, can help balance blood sugar, decrease the risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes, and improve brain function. Healthy fats are also powerful anti-inflammatories and can lower the risk for arthritis, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease. Some of the well-known unsaturated fats are the omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Sources of these healthy fats include fish, seeds, nuts, and vegetable oils, olive, avocado, and flax seeds. Trans fats are to be avoided, and we should also limit our intake of saturated fats, of which the main sources are animal-based and include butter, cheese, red meat, and ice cream. Vitamins are organic compounds essential for normal growth and are required in small quantities. There are 13 essential vitamins that the body needs, and these help lower the risk of diseases such as lung and prostate cancer. Vitamin A supports healthy vision, skin, and bones. Powerful antioxidants like vitamin C boost the immune system and helps the body heal. Eating a varied and well-balanced diet of fruits and vegetables should supply the body with the required vitamins. Minerals are also important nutrients needed for building strong bones and teeth. They help with regulating our body's metabolism and keeping us properly hydrated. The mineral calcium strengthens bones and teeth and helps with nerve signal transmission. It also helps to maintain healthy blood pressure and with muscle contraction and relaxation. Iron supports red blood cells and hormone creation, while the mineral zinc boosts the immune system and wound healing. The body also needs water, which improves brain function and mood, and acts as a shock absorber and lubricant in the body. Water also flushes our toxins, carries nutrients to cells, hydrates the body, and prevents constipation. Even mild dehydration can make us feel tired and impair concentration and physical performance. In addition to drinking water, we can hydrate ourselves by eating fruits and vegetables such as spinach and watermelon. Start treating your body right. As you grab your next meal, make sure you're getting all the nutrients needed in their right proportion.
Diabetes is a serious chronic lifestyle disease affecting millions of people over the world and continues to increase. Diabetes affects how your body turns food into energy. It is a disease in which your blood glucose or blood sugar levels are too high, and glucose comes from the food you eat. Insulin is a hormone that helps the glucose get into your cells to give energy. Sometimes your body doesn't make enough or any at all, doesn't make any insulin, and so it doesn't use the insulin well. Glucose then stays in your blood and doesn't reach your cells. Over time, having too much glucose in your blood can cause complications. Example, situations with the kidney, heart disease, and so on. Although diabetes has no cure, there are steps you can take to manage your diabetes and stay healthy.
It is through lifestyle that we manage the risk of diabetes. Those behaviors include increased physical activity, a healthy diet, routine health checks, and strict adherence to medication. The ministry will be championing the cause of persons living with diabetes. We have updated our clinical management guidelines, which is now available on our website, and we will be working on increasing access to testing through the introduction of point-of-care testing. This methodology of testing is the gold standard for monitoring and control of diabetes. Our agency, the National Health Fund, will continue to support persons through the provision of diabetic medication and supplies, and I encourage persons with diabetes to enroll in the NHF card program to access this benefit.
The person with diabetes should really have an opportunity to sit down with a trained clinician who is able to help them to understand the concepts of diabetes self-management, education, and support. There are 4 core areas the patient must begin to understand. How and when to take medication. That's the first one. If you take insulin, then you need to know how does your insulin work and how do you eat in relation to the insulin. Then there are the people who have type 2 diabetes, which commonly start off with education on activity and just healthy nutrition. And then we add 1 of 5 classes of oral agents. And then we teach them how to make food, how to eat food. Also, we think of things like target blood pressure. Is your weight healthy, or do you need to lose a little weight? And most importantly, how do you feel? What is your quality of life? All of this is what we focus on. Also, when you get your lab work done, what is your hemoglobin A1C? The target should be 7% or less. Keep that number in your mind. Diabetes damages the feet, the kidney, and the eyes at first, and then eventually we also find it can cause coronary vascular disease too. But for foot care, the person with diabetes every day, you wash your feet, wash them properly. Dry your feet, dry between the toes. Moisturize your feet, but do not put moisturizer between the toes. Make sure that you wear cotton socks, right? If you're going to have your toes cut by somebody trained who knows how to cut them. Examine your feet every day. Do not walk barefoot. Please, please, please do not walk barefooted, because if you injure or cause trauma to the feet, you may not feel it because your diabetes has damaged the nerves to the feet. And finally, when you buy shoes that are comfortable and that you can wear without causing blisters or trauma to the feet. Now we have research that shows that I can prevent the eye damage, the kidney damage, the foot damage, and the amputations by just keeping my blood glucose under control and taking care of myself.
There's no such thing as a diabetic diet, but it's all about how much I eat, the timing of my meals. So it's your portion sizes is what is important. Now, what we do recommend is that persons eat at least 3 balanced meals per day and small snacks. Snacks usually mean smaller, more nourishing meals, which we usually recommend that it be your fruits, your vegetables, or you can also use your nuts. Each meal or snack should contain protein because we need it to be balanced as well. Each meal should contain at least your protein and your fat. And we also want them to select a variety of foods from all the food groups. So there is some recommendations about the amount of fruits that you should eat per day. We usually say 2 to 3 servings. We want you to include a variety of vegetables daily. We also want you to include more peas, beans, and nuts in your daily meals. Reduce your intake of salty and processed foods, and to reduce your intake of fats and oils, and that of sugary foods and drinks. You aim for foods that have high sources of fiber, such as your whole wheat bread, whole grain rice, flour. More if you're growing provisions, they will give you fiber, right? And that will slow down the rate at which your body breaks down the food, so you won't have a rapid increase in your blood sugar levels versus if you eat foods that are low in these added fibers. When you're having alcohol as a person living with diabetes is not to have it on an empty stomach, because it gives the risk of lowering your blood sugar. And also what we want you to do is that once you have diabetes, we do not really recommend the mixed drinks, so as to say, because they usually have a sweetened base. For women, it's usually you can have a drink per day, and for men is no more than 2 drinks. And what is a drink? Usually for beer, it's not more than 12 ounces. And for like a shot, is usually a shot, which is about 1.5 ounces. And for wine, recommendation is usually about 5 ounces thereabout.
There are several researches that have shown that physical activity, when done properly, for persons who are diabetic, again, you heard it, allows you to use up glucose. For children, the recommendation is at least 60 minutes, 5 days a week of moderate to vigorous activity, and it must be a combination of muscle and bone strengthening activity. That's the recommendation for our children. For adults, it's at least 30 minutes, 5 days a week to get some health benefit, meaning increase circulation, reduce stress. And for the elderly, it's at least 30 minutes, 5 days a week. If you're a diabetic patient, these are some of the activities that are very good for you. Swimming, jogging, dancing, these activities, they're not very vigorous. You maintain them at a low to moderate pace, and it's a very effective way of managing and controlling your blood glucose or your blood sugar. If you are going to start a physical activity program, that you check with your doctor before you start, because if you have a condition, if you're diabetic, hypertensive, you have any other medical condition, your doctor will determine the intensity level, the type of activities that you can do.
Person living with diabetes mellitus have multiple psychosocial issues related to diabetes management and its complications even before COVID. And there's an entity called diabetic distress, which refers to the negative emotions such as feeling hopeless, angry, or frustrated that persons who are diagnosed with diabetes experience, especially if they lack social support. I must mention we have the mental health helpline, which is 888-639-5433, or simply remember 888-NEW LIFE, which is a 24-hour, 7 days per week psychological support produced by psychologists. When you call this number, they can provide emotional support for you. If you are feeling any form of emotional distress, they can provide support for you, and where you need additional help, they will direct you to additional help.
Children are the future, and ensuring our future is healthy requires that children are always provided with nutritious foods to grow well and live long. Unhealthy diets high in sugar, salt, and fat consumed by children may make them obese and prone to non-communicable diseases later in life. Healthy foods and beverages not only help them learn better, but also protects them from non-communicable diseases such as some cancers, diabetes, hypertension, and cardiovascular diseases in their childhood and adult life. So, whether it's at home, in the lunch bag, or at school, let's make healthy foods and beverages for our children the only rule.
We're near the close of Jamaica Magazine today, and in this time remaining, we want to invoke your creative spirit. Let's take a look at how the Mico University College is promoting the arts through its yearly pop-up shop.
Creativity is inventing, experimenting, growing, taking risks, breaking rules, making mistakes, and having fun.
I've seen some books, I've seen some authors, and I've seen some local producers of some nice things that we like to cherish.
There is no doubt that Jamaicans are a set of creative people. Since the start of time, we have been turning our hands to make fashion, and we have not disappointed one bit. The creative scene on the island has grown, and more artists, artisans, craftsmen, and women have dedicated their time and resources to bettering and promoting their craft. And it is for this reason we as a people should support local art and craft. One such place that creates an avenue for this group of creatives is the Mico University College. We stopped by the Mico's annual Art, Craft and Things pop-up shop when it took place in November to see what the artists and craftsmen were exhibiting.
Hi, I'm Margaret Christie, the event coordinator for the Mico pop-up shop. This is not the first year Mico is doing this. They've been doing it for quite a while, but it was usually an internal event. And they decided that they want to make it bigger and better and invite external vendors. So they asked me to assist, and so I reached out to a couple of the artisans. I'm a part of the artisan community myself. So I reached out to them. They all loved the idea and loved the campus and wanted to be a part of this pop-up shop.
Feasting our eyes on these mouth-watering, well-seasoned slices of jerk pork seems just about right. But before we all get a little too hungry, let's hear from some of the entrepreneurs and artisans showing examples of the quality of art to be had right here in Jamaica.
Yes, I'm Carl Dennis. I'm the artist for this work that you're looking at behind me. My work is inspired by the stained glass that's in the Catholic or the Anglican Church. The vibes come from it. So what I do is work with my technique, which is a mixed media in my work. That is my signature pieces, and the effect is, you can see, is glowing. I'd like to get the vibes in my work and make them shine.
My name is Akila Africa, and I'm with Black Butterfly. Well, I'm a wire bender. That's one of the techniques that I use. Did you know that wire has a grain? So I like to, when I'm making my rings, I really try to listen to the wire and bend it the way it wants to be bent. So we start with a mandrel, and we get the measurement of the person's finger, and we take our wire and we wrap it just to get the form, and then we can go crazy. Do whatever design, weaving. There's a technique called basket weaving. We can add beads, we can add stones. The possibilities are endless. I just really love jewelry, I love fashion, and I really believe that we express ourselves through what we wear. It's one of our modes of expression.
I am Devon Garcia. I work in wood and paper. My main work is really wood carving, starting from out of school, from a hobby, not having nothing much to do. So the truth is they used to call me like the pretty dots, okay? So I use up my time to doing something that I can do. So I started to draw. People like my drawing. When I get work to do, I can't manage it, I just draw the entire classroom, okay? So I always get away with things by using it's my escape to everything. So from out of school, I've been drawing. People like it. One day by accident, I just find a little piece of wood, start my first carving, one screwdriver, sharp me, turned into a chisel. And from one screwdriver, I did my first carving. Win numbers award, local award in national exhibition and thing, medal, gold, bronze, certificate, you name it. Last award was being inducted in the Caribbean Hall of Fame, and that's all about it, you know. Never stop working, and years of experience develop my work, as I would encourage people to, anything you can do, don't care how simple, just put everything you have inside of it, master it. After that, now then you're free to experiment at anything else you want.
Having left Jamaica several decades ago, it's still one of my favorite spots. And I just was coming in to talk to a young Jamaica student, and I bumped into this. It is inspiring. I've seen quite a number of cultural things. I've seen things on Marcus Garvey, my favorite hero, and I've seen some entrepreneurs. I've seen some books, I've seen some authors, and I've seen some local producers of some nice things that we like to cherish. I want to congratulate the persons who are actually displaying their material, because this is where we need to be self-sufficient and do quite a lot of our things ourselves.
Hello, my name is Eden Emmanuel Williams, and I am 9 years old. I created 2 books called The Little Girls and the Cave and The Little Girls and the Woods. It's a short series about 3 little girls who go on amazing adventures. It's for ages 4 to 12, well, all ages, but ideally for 4 to 12.
I'm Jenny. I'm 13. The name of my business is Jenny's Resin. What we do is we buy cups and we customize them to your liking. So we can put your name and anything on it. We do many different types of designs for whatever you like at different costs. The machines that we use Cricut Space, and what works with Cricut is vinyl. So right here is vinyl is basically like a piece of sticky paper that can cut out like any shape or word you want, and then you peel off the back and you paste it on this.
All the proof you need that our Jamaicans are beyond talented and resourceful. Across the island, you'll find a number of events or exhibitions offering an avenue for these creators to promote their works. What's happening near you? Get out of your house and go and explore the beautiful and creative works of our Jamaican people. You'd be surprised at what you can find.
Concerned about uncollected garbage at home? Do you see garbage piling up on the streets? Then report it. Use the National Solid Waste Management Authority's mobile app to report instances of littering, illegal dumping, and uncollected garbage. From anywhere and at any time, be an environment warden by informing the authority of unsightly solid waste. You will be notified when your report has been received by the NSWMA, as well as when the matter is resolved. Download the app from the iOS or Android app stores by typing in NSWMA. Play your part, as Jamaica's beauty is everybody's duty.
This is where we end the program. Be here on this station tomorrow, and we will have much more to share. Until then, there is a lot to watch over on our website, jis.gov.jm. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.